I should say it's safe to say, but it seemed like he was expecting.
Force was used. The warrants were issued for evening search warrants, which in Pennsylvania requires additional probable cause in order to serve them at the hours of darkness. I would defer.
Pennsylvania police raided the home in the 100 block of Lambsden Drive in the Indian Mountain Lakes development in Chestnuthill Township, Pennsylvania, in the early morning of December 30th, 2022. Pennsylvania State Police applied for a search warrant, which noted Kohberger was observed at the home and traveling throughout Monroe County since as early as December 16th, and they believed he was inside and had possession of items related to the November killings of the 4 students at the University of Idaho. Join me as we take a journey back in time to the raid on the Kohberger family home. And this video is also for those that think that the police don't have enough evidence on Kohberger. We're about to prove you wrong. Let's get into it.
Discuss that.
How confident are you that he is guilty of these crimes?
Certainly confident enough that there was ample probable cause for the issuance of the various warrants in the case.
He here said he was taken without incident. Is it safe to say that, I should say it's safe to say, but it seemed like he was expecting?
I wouldn't comment on what his present sense was. I would just comment that the professionalism of the CERT team and their tactical training definitely proved in a situation like this to do it in the most tactically sound and fastest way possible.
Was there anybody else in the house at the time?
His parents were in the house at the time.
Did they say anything to you?
Of the 2 search warrants, one search warrant focused on seizing the 2015 Hyundai Elantra that investigators believe was the vehicle Kohberger drove during the night of the murders. The second warrant was focusing on weapons inside the Kohberger's home that could connect him to the scene of the crime.
Force was used. The warrants were issued for evening search warrants, which in Pennsylvania requires additional probable cause in order to serve them at the hours of darkness.
According to the documents, state police seized items inside the car, including 7 quarters, 36 dimes, 32 nickels, 8 pennies, gloves, receipts, car insurance and registration, hiking boots, Comfort Inn room key holder, tire irons, shovel, goggles, wrench, door panel, and Band-Aids. And on top of that, the following items were seized from inside the Kohberger home: knife, Glock 22 .40 caliber, Smith Wesson pocket knife, 3 block 40 caliber magazines that were empty, Taylor cutlery, knife with leather sheath, black face mask, black gloves, black hat, black mask, AT&T bill for Bryan Kohberger, book with underlining on page 118, prescriptions, cell phone, laptop, multiple dark-colored pants, Columbia Navy fleece, New Balance shoes, 2 pairs of dark-colored boots, criminal psychology book, note to dad from Bryan.
or evening search warrants, which in Pennsylvania requires additional probable cause in order to serve them at the hours of darkness. I would defer to the first assistant to talk about the legal burden that you bear in order to obtain those, but from a tactical standpoint, based upon all of the briefings that we had developed and all of the intelligence we had developed, we thought that was the best time to serve it.
In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, obtaining a nighttime search warrant is a regulated legal process that allows law enforcement officers to conduct searches during the nighttime hours. Nighttime search warrants are granted for specific situations when there is a compelling need to search a location after sunset. These situations often involve concerns related to public safety, the preservation of evidence, or preventing the destruction of evidence.
That Pennsylvania was involved with this.
We were alerted by the FBI. Troopers in the Bureau of Criminal Investigation were alerted.
Anything on like his social media pages that tipped anything?
I can't comment. I don't know.
So that was here. It's been cooperative in this whole process.
Can't comment. Ongoing, like I said. The state police's role here was to serve the warrants and assist with the surveillance, which we've done. We've been part of major investigations.
To secure a nighttime search warrant in Pennsylvania, law enforcement officers must meet certain legal requirements. They must present a detailed affidavit to a judge or magistrate, demonstrating probable cause to believe that evidence related to a crime is located at the specified location, and that conducting the search at night is essential for the successful execution of the warrant. The affidavit should include specific information about the nature of the suspected criminal activity, the location to be searched, and why nighttime is the preferred time for the search. Additionally, the judge or magistrate must be satisfied that the intrusion into a person's privacy during nighttime hours is justified, considering the circumstances of the case. It's important to note that nighttime search warrants are subject to strict oversight to protect individuals' Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches and seizures. They are granted with the understanding that the intrusion into a person's privacy is necessary and proportionate to the circumstances at hand.
Very nature of it.
Can you give any insight into why you all decided to go in overnight to make the arrest?
Those are tactical decisions in terms of base surveillance. I don't want to give out too many tactical factors that go into that situation, but obviously surveillance was conducted and we wanted to go in at a time when we thought it would be the safest for everybody, safest for anybody else in the house, safest for Mr. Kohberger, and safest for our people.
That needed to be taken to not tip the suspect off. Could you describe how long that lid had to be on things and how many people were involved in it? Like how many people knew and for how long?
So I would say, I would answer the question this way. I don't want to get into a timeline in terms of when we were notified by the FBI and when the surveillance began. Obviously, we know on Thursday night into Friday morning is when the warrants were served. I would say, as a credit to the professionals, both standing behind me and others not here, many others not here, the information was held very close, and we did not want to have any situation where Mr. Kohberger potentially would be tipped off. So as a result of that, I would say a close number of approximately 7 to 8 individuals, maybe 10 on the most within the PSP side of this operation knew about it.
And for days, can we say? Or?
I would say for a period of time. I would not feel comfortable commenting any more than that, for a period of time. And then as the tactical assets were brought in, people were briefed.
Can you confirm or deny that a window was broken in order to gain access into the home?
There were multiple windows that were broken, I believe, to gain access, as well as multiple doors. I think the video of the house after the fact confirms that. And that would all be part of the tactical plan based on the floor plan of the house, et cetera, and what the CERT operators would do to serve those warrants.
Was this suspect on your radar before, and are you looking at any?
First Assistant District Attorney Michael Mancuso said during a news briefing after Bryan Kohberger's arrest that he was found awake in the kitchen area, dressed in shorts and a shirt, wearing latex medical-type gloves, and apparently was taking his personal trash and putting it into separate Ziploc baggies.
I'm Mike Mancuso with the DA's office, the First Assistant District Attorney. I want to give my condolences to the families of the victims out in Idaho for their loss. It's my sincere hope that this marks a clear step in the right direction of effectuating justice for those folks.
So even though the state trooper would not disclose how long they were trailing Kohberger once he got back to Pennsylvania, the DA lets us know how long his office knew about Bryan Kohberger.
My office's role was relatively recent. We weren't advised of the presence of the defendant in our county until only a couple days before the apprehension of the defendant.
State troopers could have been doing surveillance for a while before letting the DA's office in on it. But how long do you think the state troopers were following Bryan Kohberger? Do you think it was since he got back to Pennsylvania? Or do you think it was later on, closer to the arrest? Based on everything that we've learned in this video, one can only surmise that not only do they have enough evidence against Bryan Kohberger, but they have more than an abundance of evidence. A judge in Pennsylvania had to approve the search warrant for Bryan Kohberger's car, person, and his parents' home. Going against Bryan Kohberger's Fourth Amendment rights would have been a huge mess. Not to mention those rights of the people that also reside in the home. Not once has Bryan Kohberger's defense brought up unreasonable search and seizure. And for those conspiracy theorists that think the DNA was planted, that would now include all of the players in Pennsylvania going along with this cover-up. It's absolutely ridiculous. This furthers my belief that they have a very strong case against Bryan Kohberger. And when and if this ever goes to trial, I think we will see justice for the 4 victims. And since we started on this clip, let's end on this clip.
How confident are you that he is guilty of these crimes?
That wouldn't be my place to say.
But he's going to tell us anyways.
Certainly confident enough that there was ample probable cause for the issuance of the various warrants in the case.
Michael Mancuso, you're my hero. Let me know what you guys think of all of this information, and let's keep the conversation going in the comment section below. Make sure you like and hit that subscribe button for all notifications. Bella says so. See you guys in the next video. Bye. Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.